A young friend in Futo told me that two of her class, she hopes that the increment in Unilag doesn't also get to Futo, because two of her classmates are going to drop out already, that they were already discussing it. So it is not a Unilag matter, it's an all students affair. So, but the thing is that when we ask the question of who should fund education, whether government or students or citizens or parents, I think that it is not a question that we should be asking. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're already doing more than our fair share of funding education. You're already doing it. You are funding your data. Your hostels are in dilapidated condition. You can't stay in your school hostels. That's why you have to go outside and rent buildings. It's just like asking me who should fund healthcare in Nigeria. Who should build hospitals? Am I the one to build hospitals for the citizens? Am I the one to build the roads? So that question itself, when we ask that question, it's like there's something fundamentally wrong, and we have set ourselves to accept that we are going to accept any behavior, rotten behavior from the ruling elite, anything they say. Because education is as a social infrastructure, as good roads, as good water, as having a hospitals around for people. So when you come and say who should fund education, the government can no longer fund education, but as some other comrades have said on this table, the government can consistently fund its lifestyle. A few days ago, Dela Alake came out to tell us that no, they did not, tuition fees have not been increased in schools. It is just as Comrade Femi has said, it was discretionary fees. But this is the same government that has rolled out the student loan legislation, and the money only caters for tuition fee. Yes. And the same government is telling us that tuition still remains free in Nigeria, but you just released a legislation that says that you will be giving loans for tuition fee. It's like they have a bipolar problem. So they when they talk and they just assume that we are fools. So immediately they say something, they can come back and say something else. Is interested in keeping you down as far as it is concerned, because education is the only way through which people can even challenge them. It is not interested in that. First of all, the Loan Act itself says that you must not earn more than 500,000 naira for you to be able to apply for the loan in a year. The minimum wage is 30,000. Some people don't even earn up to 30,000 in some states. So it says that even if you are working, so what is 500,000 naira? So that if you earn up to 500,000, you can't you can't access that loan. So even if you have a parent who is working and one person is earning 30,000, the other person is earning 30,000, that is like 60,000 a month. 60,000 times 12 is already over 500,000. Your parents cannot apply to get that loan. So you are still going to be out of school. Another provision of the Student Loans Act said even if you wanted to apply, you have to come with guarantors as part of the things that will help you get the loan. And which guarantor are you going to come with? Is that you come with 2 guarantors? You come with a civil servant, minimum of level 12. You come with a civil servant, minimum of level 12. Or you get a lawyer who has a post-call experience of 10 years. Or you get a judicial officer or a justice of peace. Even me, I'm sitting down here, I don't even know any civil servants. Level 12. And this is me that have been working for a while. So, if the student loan is meant for the poorest of the poor, how would they have access to that kind of network? It is not just to bring it's not just to bring them. Oh. Those people are going to come with their documents, their ID, if they have a business, they bring their CAC, certificate of registration. They are also going to take the fall in case there are repercussions when you're a defaulter of the loan. If you are making that kind of loan to the people you call poor people, how can they, who will stand for them? Where would they even see level 12 or a lawyer? Or so it just goes to show you how these people think. When they think, they don't think about us in the picture. But that's not even all. Upon everything that they've said, though, they said the money for this loan will come from different sources. 1% of Federal Inland Revenue Service and the customs earnings and so many other places. Meaning that the loan fund will run into billions, 200 billion a year or over. But even at that, they said that don't think that because we have given you loan, you can come and get it at any time. No. The loan is dependent on availability.
Yes.
Are you following me? So if you are going to get all these sources to deposit money into this loan, why should we still be talking about availability of funds? So it is a pretext as usual to do anything they want with the national wealth and go away scot-free. And by the way, the loan also says that if you have a guardian or a parents that have defaulted, that they are owning loan in any other platform like PalmPay, Our Credit, all those people, they used to put their face in WhatsApp group that they are owing money. Even you yourself, no matter how you are struggling to pay, if you have ever owed 1,000 naira in your life, you can't access that loan. Forget about it. So even if you have not defaulted on any loan, if your parents are the one paying your school fees, or you have a guardian paying your school fees that have defaulted on any loan, please just forget about it. You cannot get the loan. It's simple. So if you have been involved in malpractice or anything, you cannot get the loan. Forget about it. Go and work. So, but why do you put a loan and say that the loan is to help people utilize education as a tool for upgrade? And you have all these wicked provisions that cannot even give people a second chance at life. So it is clear that the loan is nonsensical. When you take the loan, 2 years after NYSC, you have to start paying back 10% of your salary every month. If you are now doing cake, you could not find a job, maybe you now started baking cake or doing any other thing, you have to report to the government and tell them that you are now fending for yourself. And this is 10% of your money that you'll be giving them every month. If you don't do that, you will pay a fine or reach 2 years in prison. So you have to ask, does this loan come with employment? Me and you, we are in the society now. We see what happened. I know how many years I sat down at home before I got a job.